What's up, everyone? This is my Magicka Warden build I've been in Cyrodiil with every night this week, and I've been really enjoying it. It's an overland PvP build that is also good in battlegrounds. It's not exactly a 1vx build. You can do you can take on a couple people, but if they start piling on, you're going to have to run, but we got the heals to do that. So, first thing, we're running a Dark Elf. It's not required. Imperial would work good here. Nord would work good here. Actually, pretty much anything that can stack damage. High Elf would do good against magic, but regardless, I always say that race isn't too important, but I'm running Dark Elf because I like it. Running 40 magic, 24 health, so we can get that high health. I'm running the Apprentice to increase our spell damage even more. If you're having trouble with sustained, you can go to the Atronach. It's up to you. I'm running Bewitched Sugar Skulls because I feel like I like it the most. It helps with my health recovery and all my stats, and I like that. So, going into, actually get the sets. I am running Balkan Scoria, full set. I'm running Ice Furnace, a full, the 3 heavies and the rings. And then I'm running Druid's Braid 2-piece with Serpent's Coil. And our front bar is the Master's Perfected Ice Staff. You don't need the Perfected, because all that does is add another 100 weapon damage, but it does help because the more weapon damage we hit, the harder we're going to hit. And then our back bar is a Restoration Staff. I use any Restoration Staff on the back bar. The Master's Restoration Staff would probably be more effective, but I just slot this because I just have it on there in case I want to slot a heal from the staff. So, with our skills, we run on the front bar the Fetchers, Deep Fissure, Frost Reach, Lotus Blossom, Birds of Prey, and then Dawnbreaker. Frost Reach is our spammable. We keep this up at all times to help with our, gives us Major Prophecy, so it gives us even higher crits, and it gives us some health restore. This is just a DOT that keeps Nightblade from going and hiding. This is a heavy hit that also applies Minor Breach, and this gives us Berserk and also lets us run fast. Who doesn't like having wings? We use Ice Fortress, Resolving Vigor, Corrupting Pollen, Arctic Blast, and the Blue Betty, along with Northern Storm in the back bar. Corrupting Pollen is our flex spot. I use this because I play in Cyrodiil primarily, and when you use this in Cyrodiil, it just makes those guys that are hyper tanky that can just keep self-healing, and it just stops that entirely. It just puts an end to it. As you can see, it adds Major Defile, Minor Cowardice, and it reduces their weapon and spell damage, and it reduces how much they can heal in their damage shields, all while one of your teammates can synergize it and heal the team, so it's just a phenomenal set for team fights, well, a phenomenal move for team fights. And that's our moves and our sets. For our champion points, we're running Focus Mending, Wrathful Strikes, Biting Aura, and Ironclad. This gives us a little bit of tankiness along with being able to heal really well. But also, with those two, still getting our area of effect and our direct damage pretty high up there. We're running Pain's Refuge, Relentlessness, Celerity, and Survival Instincts. This lets us stay mobile and be able to get into pretty hefty team fights while also being able to stay up. And so, while we're doing this, as you can see, we're at 3381. We will travel out of here. And then, bang, check art. Now we're at 5,600 spell damage. So, once you're buffed up, you hit extremely hard, and thanks to Ice Furnace, as you guys seen, 5,600 dropped right back down once that dropped off. But Frost Reach does 8,000 frost damage and an additional 13,000 frost damage over 20 seconds. Enemies hit by the initial hit are infected with chilled status, which, as you know, with Warden's chilled status is huge for us. And Ice Furnace, when you deal frost damage, you deal an additional 1,000 flame damage to all enemies within 8 meters of the initial target. This can happen every 1 second, scales off the higher weapon spell damage. So that gets higher when we have our big spike from Sea Serpent's Coil when we take damage. And thanks to Perfected Master Staff, we reduce the cost of Destructive Touch, which is our Frost Reach. And once you cast that, it increases your weapon and spell damage by 600. So literally walking around, we don't have crazy high stats, but then the second we're in combat, we do. This has great sustain. I've been on it every night in Cyrodiil. We get into big team fights. I'm going to attach some footage, some clips from Cyrodiil, as well as a battleground match, so you guys can see how it works in real time. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more of the stuff and the builds, and come by the Twitch.